Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakwadash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and H.I.M that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. And I want to get a lesson on this Ecclesiastes 8 and 5, going into keeping the commandments. Now, we do it to the best of our ability. We're never telling nobody that you shouldn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to the best of your ability. Because you got some camps that, they focus strictly on that, which is cool, but they don't acknowledge what Yahushua, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, done for us. So that's where that's where our main mindset is at, what Yahushua done for us, calling on the true name of the Son, Yahushua, and calling on the true name of the Father, Yahweh. Yahweh meaning he exists, or the existing one, and Yahushua meaning that he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. Because again, you have certain camps that just won't call on the names. They just be like, keep the laws, the statutes, and commandments, as if that's going to be the only thing that's going to get you through. That's not the case. You have to believe on Yahweh, Yahushua, and through that, he gives you the power to actually, do the best that you can, so to speak, because we're still in these natural bodies. We're not, we don't have the new bodies yet. We're not in the new covenant yet. You got even some camps that's even talking about that, where we're already in the new covenant, but we're not, because when we come into the new covenant, those laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be written on our minds and our hearts. And we're going to be able to keep those commandments down to the letter, down to the T. We can't do that right now, in these bodies. But let's just start with this. Ecclesiastes 8 and 5, and we'll just grab some precepts to it, a little pre-camp lesson. Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. In the New Living Translation, it says, those who obey him will not be punished. Those who are wise will find a time and a way to do what is right. So, there's benefits to keeping the commandments, of course. We try. You have to try. You should want to try. Because what did the Lord say? He said, says, if you love me. Let me see it. It's a lot. It's lucky, bear with me. And this was the one right here. I was looking for John 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. So if you love the Lord, you're going to want to try and keep his commandments to the best of your ability, man. Again, like I said, we're not perfect, but you should be trying really hard, man. You know what I'm saying? To do what's right by the Lord, and benefits comes with that as well. But you should just be doing it because of the love that you have for him, because the things that he done for us, hey, man, we should be wiped out, man. But the Lord gave his life for us. Anyway, let's go back to that, because there are some precepts I want to grab off of this right here. Let's go to, let me see. Verse 2 right here says, Ecclesiastes 8 and 2, I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and that in regard of the oath of Yahweh. Yep, says NLT, obey the king, since you vowed to God that you would. But let's get Exodus with the midwives. Exodus chapter 1. Now this is going off into when, Pharaoh, or the king, he was trying to get the midwives to kill the Egyptian, the Hebrew babies, the male babies, basically, because they understand that seed line goes through the father. It goes through the sons. That's how lineage is carried on. That's how your family tree continues. It's not through women. So matter of fact, let's get a little bit of that. Yep, let's start at verse 16. Exodus 1 and 16. And he said, when ye do the office of the midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall be alive, shall live. Salakia. So see, that's how important the sons are. That's the same thing going on to this very day. You know, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he sets up those Planned Parenthoods, and you know, they promote our women going into those places, man, and really they want our sons to die. You know, even though our daughters too, you know, our young ladies, young women too, you know, are being taken in it as well. But it's kind of similar to you know, in those days of Egypt, because this man wants to take out our he really wants to just eradicate us. He doesn't want us here. And you got a whole bunch of our people that's about to go out here and vote for Kamala right now. That's her main talking point while she's out on the campaign trail. Is you know, she, you know, they word it, you know, with enchantments, basically, you know, talking about my body, my choice. But really what she's saying is, you know, go and sacrifice them babies, man. We you know, just think about if we didn't have the abortions, how much, you know, because we're already like the sands of the sea. You know, the Israelites outnumber everybody on the planet. Don't let them fool you into thinking that somewhere, you know, like China or India with billions of people are more than us. It's not. That's not the case. That's not the case. It's far more Israelites on the planet than any other nation of people. But generally, with the so-called blacks, what they would like to do is eradicate us, man. You know, for real. They don't want us around. Any of us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, or Native Americans. They want all the Israelites to be done away with, but they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is in control of the spirits. He's in control of what's going on. But verse 17 it says, "But the midwives feared Yahweh." See. And did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? Why is he so focused on the men children? Because he understands that's how our lineage moves. That the seed, the sperm that's in the man is already a child. Those are children already. And the women are like earth, you know, or like ground or soil. They, you know, give that seed the nutrients that it needs. And then once that seed comes forth, it's exactly what the dad is. Verse 18, it says, and the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore, this is the point right here. Therefore, Yahweh dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared Yahweh, that he made them houses. See? Yep. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. So that right there is pure evidence that the seed goes through the father, man. They understand that. Don't think that these nations, or especially Esau, doesn't understand. That's the reason why, you know, he figured, you know, if he can lock as many of our men up, if he can turn as many of our men into, you know, the alphabet lifestyle, you know, or if he can just gun them down in the streets. You have to really think on that. He really wants to destroy the man the most. And he actually put our women against us. He uses our women to actually destroy us as well. So this is a you know, a very sneaky tactic that this man uses. But you know, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Let's move on. Let's grab another precept on keeping the commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and the benefits of Psalms 119 and 6. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. See? Let me start up some here. I can start from the top. Let me start from the top. Psalms 119 and 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and that seek him with the whole heart. See, so you're blessed, man. They also do no iniquity. They walk in his ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. Beautiful right there, man. All 5 of those verses right there. Because you're blessed when you keep the commandments of the Lord. He knows our heart, man. He knows what we're trying to do. You know, he knows that we're, our righteousness is as a filthy rag before his sight. But, he sees us to try, and he has a respect for that. So let's get Hosea 5 and 11. Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment because he willingly walked after the commandment. And in the New Living Translation, it says, the people of Israel will be crushed and broken by my judgment because they are determined to worship idols. So, going against what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua says, hey, that's just going to get you a bunch of trouble. For real. You're not going to get around that, man. A lot of our people are going to be destroyed with this coming Jacob's trouble because they're not going to be, they're just not into this truth. They don't want anything to do with the reproof or the discipline of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because the scriptures talks about how this wisdom and this knowledge shall be the stability of our times. You're going to need this. You're going to need the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to sustain you in the times of trouble that's to come. Because it's about to get real bad out here. So 2/3 of our people are going to be rejected, man, And we don't want no parts of that, man, So we doing the best that we can right now. Get out, do the work, and do what the Lord told us to do, man. Let's get this in Luke chapter 20. Let's see what that one says. Luke 20 and 25. Oh, yeah. Luke 20 and 25, it says, and he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and to Yahweh the things which be Yahweh's. And they was going off into the, matter of fact, these guys was trying to be crafty when it came to Yahweh Shai. And they was asking him, all these silly ass questions, trying to trip him up. And they asked him in verse 22, is it lawful for us to give tribute unto Caesar or no? But he perceived their craftiness and said unto them, why tempt ye me? Show me a penny, whose image and subscription hath it? They answered and said, Caesar's. And he said unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which be Caesar's, and to Yahweh the things which be Yahweh's. See? So there's a separation between the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and this world. All right? They was trying to, trip him up, you know what I'm saying? But he, the Lord was like, hey, look, hey, do what the Lord said to do from that end. But on the other end, because we have to live in this world, he says, to you, use this world and not abuse it. So we have to get up, go to work. We have to pay bills. We have to do what we have to do. Pretty much this is kind of like this is Caesar's kingdom, so to speak. So we have to do what we have to do. And keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, it actually helps you to navigate through this world. That's why a lot of our people, man, they catch such a bad rap, man, going to jail. A lot of the crimes and shit that be going on because they tend to, basically they're just living a worldly ass life and they're not obeying Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So again, it's nothing but trouble that comes from that because the Lord said he places life and death before us. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Let's get Acts chapter 4 and verse 19. Let me start at verse 18. It says, and they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teach in the name of Yahushua. That's how important that name is. That name makes them cringe, man. But Peter and John answered and said unto them, whether it be right in the sight of God to hearken unto you more than unto Yahweh, judge ye. So they like, hey, look, man, we're not about to listen to you over Yahweh. We gonna do what the Lord said to do. No matter what you try and do to us, we're gonna, maintain doing what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua told us to do, man. So kick rocks. Let's get another one. Let's go over another chapter here. Acts chapter 5, verse 29. Yeah, let me start at verse 28. I'll start at verse 27. It says, and when they had brought them, they set them before the council. And the high priest asked them, saying, did not we straitly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine, and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. This is the point right here. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man. See, and that's straight to the point right there. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing, obeying Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, and because see, Esau, he about to come down the pipe with that MOTB. What you gonna do? You gonna listen to this guy? You're gonna trust in this guy to feed you and clothe you and house you when the Lord is the one that he's the one that's in control of all those things? You're gonna trust in this man? No, we gonna go with what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has to say, man. So let's grab like two more precepts, and I'll end out Romans chapter 13. Let me start at verse 5. It says, wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. See? For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are Yahweh's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. The verse 7, the point, render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Okay, so pretty much this is going off into the authority. You know, it's pretty much going off into paying taxes, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But it's you know, really you want to do what the Lord told you to do, because it keeps you out of trouble. But verse 8, it says, "Oh, no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law." Right? And that's the law of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So, and then it goes off into verse 9, for this thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. See, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. So, yeah, if you love your brother, you're not gonna, be treating him in that, in any of those manners. You're not gonna try and sleep with the man's wife. You're not gonna, break into his damn house. Break into his car. Try and poison him. The shit that our people do, man, is wicked as hell. So the fulfilling of pretty much overall the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Salakia. Bet 144, Salakia for that. But yeah, if we keep these commandments, you're gonna, do well. Matter of fact, it talks about how you'll be seen pleasing among men and the Lord. Roughly paraphrasing. So let's get one more precept. 1 Peter, Yahweh Ratazah. Yep, scriptures talks about precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You get the understanding better. 3 and 13. Let's start there. It says, and who is he that will harm you, if ye be followers of that which is good? But if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, but sanctify the Lord Yahweh in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. See? Having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you, as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So basically, man, I mean, if you're gonna go through some troubles, you want it to be for this truth, man. Which we're gonna go through some things. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be battle tested, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? certain situations will come about, and how you react to it will say a whole lot. Is he going to do what the scripture says to do? You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of like Job. Job had mad integrity, man. Job had a lot of integrity. You know, he was going through a lot of stuff, but he sinned not, man. You know, with his mouth, he didn't complain, he didn't murmur. You know, he just was like, you know, hey, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. You know, he was actually doubled up at the end, though. If you go off into the story of Job, man, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it's a very interesting story because he lost everything, man. When I say the average person, man, would have broke for real. He lost his kids. He lost his you know, his crops. He lost his animals. He lost, you know, even his woman, his wife was even telling him, go ahead and curse Yahweh. And, you know, just go ahead and curse the Lord. You know what I'm saying? To get it over with, man. You know, your life is through. And, you know, basically he was like, man, you speak like one of the foolish women of this world, man. Nah, man, the Lord giveth and he taketh away. You come into this world without anything, you're going to go out this world without anything. But our main goal is we're working towards the crown, you know, working towards the kingdom. And, you know, this is a pretty sure way of making it, man. You know, it's pretty much, you know, let me see here. I think that Psalms. I don't think, is it one of those? I think it's like about 5 verses, whichever one it is, too. It's not even that long of a song. I think this is it right here. Yep. Because this right here is somewhat of a blueprint as to, you know, pretty much how to, you know, please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, and having a great chance of making this kingdom. Psalms 15, I'm going to start from verse 1. It says, a psalm of David. Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. See that? Same thing that was being read in the New Testament. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoreth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt and changes not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Can't get around it, man. New Living Translation, it reads more plainer. We'll end out here, Yahweh Ratazah. Psalm of David. Who may worship in your sanctuary, Lord? Who may enter your presence on your holy hill? Those who lead blameless lives and do what is right, speaking the truth from a sincere heart. Those who refuse to gossip or harm their neighbors or speak evil of their friends. Those who despise flagrant sinners. So you're supposed to despise a flagrant sinner, man. You know, you're all walking hand in hand with these wicked niggas, man. It says, and honor the faithful followers of Yahweh and keep their promises even when it hurts. Those who lend money without charging interest and who cannot be bribed to lie about the innocent. Such people will stand firm forever. Can't get around it, man. So, you know, I'm going to end out there. Just wanted to touch on, you know, just keeping the commandments to the best of our ability, man. You know, like I said again, we're not perfect, but we're working towards getting the perfect bodies that we need to not go off ever again, man. So with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yasha Allah and a Bible ball.